McMillion's McDonald's Monopoly Scandal by Kimberly Sells. What is white collar crime? White collar crime is defined as crime committed by a person of respectability and high social status in the course of his occupation, according to Edward H. Sutherland. What are a few theories related to criminology and crime? Theory of convenience, which believes that white collar crime and misconduct happens when financial intentions that will benefit the individual or organization has an opportunity to commit and conceal a crime, along with personal willingness for deviant behavior. Bottom line, this theory feels that motive, opportunity, and willingness are the deciding factors as to whether or not someone commits the crime. What are a few theories related to criminology and crime? Other theories include strain theory, which focuses on strains and stressors that add to the reason an individual commit crime. This strain theory connects to three other theories. Classical strain theory, which connects social and economic interaction as reasons for offending. Institutional anonymity theory explains people who are expected to be successful but does not receive the necessary tools to be successful. So in turn, they yearn for what they do not have. Then the opportunity comes about to commit white collar crime, and they do. General strain theory that Robert Agnew stresses is the committing a crime is how an individual copes with everyday stressors and problems that occurs. He breaks this up into three stressors: the failure to achieve positive value goals, the removal or expected removal of positive value stimuli, and lastly, confronting or expecting to confront negative stimuli. Is there a typical white collar crime suspect or type? White collar offenders can vary, but usually a typical profile of a white collar criminal is one that is an older white male with a job, college education, a family, religious and community ties that they are committed to. They have committed fewer offenses, probably none before now. According to studies, they start their criminal careers later in life for whatever the reason may be. Monopoly, McDonald's, and McCrime. Jerome P. Jacobson conducted a scam as head of security of Simon Marketing, which was hired by McDonald's to organize and promote the McDonald's Monopoly game, one that they mimicked from the Monopoly board game. He stole a lot of the winning game pieces after one of the suppliers accidentally sent him a sheet of anti-tamper-proof seals. He would exchange winning Monopoly pieces inside airplane bathrooms across the country. He met a member of the Columbia crime family and started selling him the winning pieces. He in turn started to recruit family and friends and started selling the pieces to them. They would cash in these game pieces and retrieve the actual prizes, but only after Jerome and Gennaro of the Colombian crime family got paid for the pieces. Jerome Jacob and eight of his associates at the company were convicted when their trial began on September 10, 2011. Even though all of the evidence pointed to only Jerome, he scammed over $24 million worth of money and prizes over the game's period. By the end of the criminal prosecution, 53 individuals on both sides were convicted. Jerome himself was convicted of 3 counts of mail fraud, which prohibits using the mail to commit fraud. In federal court in Jacksonville, Florida, he spent 3 years in federal prison and ordered to pay a restitution of $12.5 million. Even though he was only convicted and served time for mail fraud, Jerome Jacob was guilty of other white collar crimes such as corporate and consumer fraud, money laundering, inside trading. The most hideous one is the consumer fraud. Many millions of people in the United States and Canada bought McDonald's food products expecting the chance at winning the prize advertised when they had no chance at all because of the scam. Again, many theories attach themselves to why people commit white collar crime, including the ones identified and analyzed by Sutherland. Edwin Sutherland point of view. Crime is a way of life derived from a person's attachment to groups for whom criminal acts are a measure of success. Edward Sutherland. Edward Sutherland, a criminologist, viewed white-collar crime as a crime committed by a person of high social status and respectability in the course of his occupation. With this description, it is said that Sutherland challenged the old traditional definition of white-collar crime, which is that white-collar crime was primarily done by the poor and working class, which is far from the truth today. Current statistics. The latest available data from the Justice Department show that during January 2025, the government reported 343 new white-collar crime convictions, according to the case-by-case information analyzed by the Transactional Records Access. This number is up to 22.9% over the previous month. My recommendation is pray for everyone. Pray for them all. The legislative policies that focus on white-collar Fraud, Crime Prevention and Detection on the False Claims Act, FCA. This is the federal law that holds companies and individuals responsible for fraud. Subordinate Oxley Act. This act mandates certain financial record keeping and reporting for companies, and the Electronic Fund Transfer Act. That's for your EBT. It is recommended that in order to prevent criminal offenses mentioned in the McMillion monopoly scam, there should be more than one responsible person overseeing the project and possible winnings. Also, to prevent criminal offense of white-collar crime, perpetrators should be prosecuted to the full extent of the law.